Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quarterback on the keeper. Pass takes him still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Going to the running game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Complete to the left. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. Makes the grab. It's Darrisaw. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
The give to the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up the 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fair catch, called for and made. looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? Taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end. But he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long. Put them in a great position to be successful.
Pressure coming. Oh, the offensive coach, absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding you just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Makes the grab. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy. Time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And the Golden Gophers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Dances away to buy time. He throws one to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Quarterback will audible. He'll just keep slinging it. Slips away. He'll throw it down. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end. Gonna let it fly. And it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Colorado. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going. as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Black 24. Black 24. Target. Target.
Quarterback checking off.
Here we go.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Past the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out the game.
Runs from the tackle. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Minnesota! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Tackle is made after the first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Using his legs, it's moved. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Got the first down, looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
Trying to get to it. Keeps looking downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Getting some heat. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Canes will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Caught on the outside, it's Darrisaw. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. To the air on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Golden Gophers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a... chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. And this one's not working. He'll just run away.
Know the situation, know the game of football. Right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Get up. Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those backs.
He wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Davis will throw. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricane! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it, fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got it, looking for a first. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to see.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Dances away from the heat. He fires it out to the right. And that ball is picked off.
It's really hard.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Running behind that left side. Spins away from the defense. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. First down here for the offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. And we just flat went over it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately put some points.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on third. Fires downfield. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning it a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Bulls his way forward, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside big. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
I think the defense just lost track of where the tight end was. He was running his route to the outside. Nobody there. I think the DBs got occupied by some clear-out routes, so the offense will take it.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They rode up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field inside the change situation and get you the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Touchdown, Kane! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 35 over Colorado. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. On the run, still looking. He'll throw one to his right. Oh, picked off.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's moved. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now on first down from the 40. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. And they'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Miami.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. All